The universe is recreating what you do to yourself every day.
Yeah.
Okay. So honestly, just being present with yourself and is going to heal a lot of everything. It's honestly what your soul is dying for is your own attention.
Hello, my friend and earthly neighbor, and welcome to the merry month of May. Well, after nearly 9 weeks of sluggish retrograde energy, Sensei says this week you will find your clarity, and for the rest of the month, I'm predicting it to be quite merry. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your weekly Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste Today, an optimistic way to begin your day. I'm your heartfelt host and the sensei to serious joy, Christopher Witecki. Welcome back, my friend. Namaste. Well, we have been in one retrograde or another, starting with Venus, then we had Saturn go down, and Pluto go down, and Mercury's in retrograde. But this week, I predict we will finally find our clarity, and it looks like the rest of the month will be quite merry. So in the upcoming segment next week, I'm going to talk about how this next week unfolds. And later in your tea time, we are blessed with an oh my yad. But first, let's take a look at today's moods and your zodiac weather. The zodiac weather is from Monday, May 1st to Friday, May 5th. Looking at your 5-day moodcast. Well, scanning the week at a glance, it pretty much goes from fogged out and spacey on Monday to sunny and peaceful on Friday. Let's drill down. On Monday, it's sunny, but it's healing, and a grand square keeps business from moving forward. On Tuesday, it's sunny and optimistic as the moon moves into Leo, and we begin a 6-day yad. On Wednesday, it's sunny and surprising. Expect the unexpected and a breakthrough in something you've been waiting for. And on Thursday, it's cloudy and hyper alert. Emotions are very sensitive, and Mercury goes direct. And on Friday, it's sunny and peaceful as all the clouds clear away. Well, looking at the week ahead, it looks like we're going to finally find our clarity. In this next segment, I'll walk you through the planets and each of the 5 days. Taking a sneak peek at the upcoming week, I coined this week Clarity at Last. And when I say at last, I'm really tracking back about 6 months, to be honest with you. I think the human race has been in an absolute fog since late October, early November, basically the American presidential election. The planets were lined up with that election, and we've been going through a spiritual meat grinder for the last 6 months. Now, what the universe, I believe, has been doing has been forcing the human race to shift gears from the story they were born to the story they were born to live. But it hasn't been easy, because as humans, we hang on to the past, and we hang on to our pain, and we hang on to our fears. So the planets have literally been beating us like bongo drums to get us to let go and move forward. Now, in the last 8 weeks or so, we've had a series of retrograde planets, a lot of karma, Venus retrograde being the most powerful. And this week, we finally wrap up that retrograde phase with Mercury going direct. We'll still have Saturn retrograde and Pluto retrograde and Jupiter retrograde, but at least we'll be functional. And for the rest of the month, it looks like things will actually get merry and quite golden. In fact, next week's show, we're going to talk about just how golden it is. But this week, we must come to our clarity. And it looks like the universe has one more list of things to do on our soul work homework, and that is for us to find the sweet spot. We have a 6-day yad this week that breaks out on Tuesday. A yad is an isosceles triangle as far as sacred geometry, and what it means kind of metaphorically is that God is giving us the finger. God is saying, do this! And God basically takes 2 planets and points to another heavenly body. So in our tea time, I'll talk in depth about the yad and how it affects all 12 signs. But here I'll talk about it in a broad stroke, what it appears to be happening is that we're going to be taking our energy and we're going to be refining it and finding a sweet spot with that yod. That yod begins at step 15, Libra, and we'll move to step 14, Libra. That literally, step 15 Libra is the grandmaster total middle of the Libra scale. So it's almost like we're going to calibrate our scales this week. And as soon as we do, boom, Mercury goes direct, business moves forward. So let's break down the week so you get an idea of how it's going to go up and down. Monday is Monday might feel a little frustrating. Okay, I call it sunny and healing, but that's kind of like a charmer fixer-upper in real estate. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a day where we are healing, but there's a grand square. The moon's in Cancer, so Monday is moody, and you can't really get things moving, and you may not be able to get things moving. And that's because the universe is saying, sit down and figure out what integrity is for you. So on Monday, you really got to kind of figure out integrity so that you can move forward. There's a reason for it, because there's a breakthrough coming. On Tuesday, things get much better. The moon moves into Leo, which I personally love. It is the I love vibration. Things get optimistic, and this is the beginning of the yod. So starting on Tuesday, with step 12 ruling the day, I think you're going to see new opportunity, new hope, okay? It's almost like the veil will be lifted, and once it's lifted, you're going to start to shift into this, well, let's find that perfect Goldilocks sweet spot in our life. So Tuesday's optimistic. Wednesday, step 13 rules the day, so it's sunny, but I say surprising. Expect the unexpected. Considering we've all been a bit in a fog, whatever breakthroughs happen right now might be something you never anticipated. And this is Taurus that we're in. We're all building our values and manifestation energy this month, so the breakthrough might be in some sort of value understanding. For instance, you were valuing one thing, and then you realize that's not worth valuing. Maybe I should value this instead. That shift is the breakthrough, and I think that's what the universe is putting a lot of pressure on, was for you to have an understanding or a breakthrough in what it is you value. Now, there's another story. I'll hold off here on Wednesday with the surprising. The other story that's happening is Mercury retrograde is stationary at step 24 and conjuncting Uranus in Aries. What this means in simple terms is our minds are trying to figure out that we belong on another level. This level is Aries. That's what step 24 is about literal ascension. It's ascension to peace. And so we're being held back intellectually to understand where our story belongs. It belongs on another level. So I think on Wednesday, when we have a sunny, surprising day, I think it's twofold. On the one hand, you realize you've been valuing something incorrectly, perhaps yourself, and whatever you realize you've been valuing incorrectly leads to an understanding of, you know what, I belong on another level, a level that corresponds with what I really value. So Wednesday, Thursday is real potential for kind of a miraculous breakthrough, a real understanding, finally, of your values and your character. And this is, I think, the clarity we've been hoping for. Now, all the while, as we come to this realization, we still have this yod going on, and this yod is trying to find the sweet spot. So after you do have the breakthrough, and you know what your new values are, and you know how that relates to your personal story, you're still going to try to find that porridge that is just right, that place that's just right for yourself. So it is a work in progress, and it is about refinement after you have discovery. So Wednesday is a surprising day. Thursday, step 14 rules a day. I'm actually saying it's going to be a cloudy day. Everyone's going to be hypersensitive. The moon is in Virgo, so after a couple days of sunny Leo, Tuesday and Wednesday, we get kind of into like grounded reality. The bills come in, like the details start to pile up. And perhaps we're starting to realize the net effect of what we have come to realize, right? So it's like you have a eureka moment on Wednesday, but on Thursday you start to realize, wow, this is going to mean many consequences. Now on Thursday, the other thing that happens is Mercury goes direct. So as soon as you have this breakthrough, you immediately kind of shift gears. And so I think Thursday is just going to feel uncomfortable because we're shifting gears and we're dealing with the fallout of our new breakthroughs and our clarity. There's still, repercussions from it. Then on Friday, I think it's going to be a sunny day and a peaceful day. It gets really peaceful. Step 15 rules the day. And by this point, I think that we're finally able to find peace and harmony with ourselves. And as you go into the weekend, you'll be ready to get on this new path of manifestation based on your new clarity, your new sense of yourself, and your new sense of what's valuable to you. So it's a transition week, to say the least. One thing I'll end with in this first segment is that the moon will move into Libra at the end through the weekend on Sunday and actually the moon kind of christens this yad that we have going on all week. So we really don't have absolute clarity as far as the sweet spot until Sunday. But I think by Friday, things are feeling much more calm, and you are feeling good times ahead. Now, with that said, I think it's important that we go deep on this yad, so go steep yourself some tea, and let's have our weekly tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is, oh my yad. We have a 6-day yad going on up in the planets. This is an isosceles triangle, and basically I always say it's God giving us the finger. God is literally pointing to a very powerful point. And in this case, it involves 3 major planets. One is Neptune at step 13, Pisces. The other is the Sun from step 12 to step 17, so the Sun is moving pretty fast in this yad. And both of the Neptune and the Sun point to Jupiter retrograde in Libra. And Jupiter retrograde is at 15 degrees during the beginning of the yad, and then it shifts to 14 right at the end of the week. So this is how I kind of interpret the yad. First of all, Neptune at 13 degrees says that there is a new breakthrough in the spiritual karma that you belong in. So the universe has been pushing us to realize we belong on a whole nother level. This week you're looking to be on another level of what you value with Taurus, and you'll be on another level of what you think of yourself with Mercury conjunct Uranus in Aries. So there's this value shift. And Neptune says, take this higher value and pour it into Jupiter. Now, the other thing the yad says is to take the Sun. The Sun is the value as it's growing. The Sun moves from step 12, so our heart's at step 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And as the Sun climbs up through these degrees, this yad intensifies, and you kind of clarify at the Jupiter point where perfect balance is. And that's really the 2 points. There's this point where you'll first find kind of like the utopia place of what is utopia and what isn't. And then as Jupiter goes to 14 degrees at the end of the month, at the end of the week, Mercury's still retrograde when I tape this. When Jupiter goes to step 14, there'll be this breakthrough. You'll feel, I belong in my relationship to myself, which is Libra, on another level. So basically, the whole week is getting us to understand that we belong at another level. The whole week is helping us find what is the sweet spot of fairness, okay? And Jupiter retrograde is our fortune, so once we understand this, we are primed and ready to change all relationships with the world. First with ourselves, and then with the world. So what I thought I would do, which I'm finding people are really enjoying, is I'm going to go through all 12 signs and talk through this yad real quickly so you have an understanding for your sun sign or your rising sign. Now, if you're new to astrology, I'll explain. Your sun sign is your A story. It's the story of who you are right now. Your rising sign is your B story, which is the story of who you're always trying to become. So we are our sun sign, and we're always trying to become our rising, and that's kind of the human in progress, okay? But the point is you can listen to this 12-sign thing for both your sun and your rising sign if you happen to know it, because you'll see that both are actually working in harmony together. Because once you change yourself, you change what it is you become, right? All right, so let's start with our favorite start, Aries. Basically, I'm going to walk through the planets here. So for Aries, you're on a new level of faith with Neptune. Neptune says you're on a new level of faith, a new level of karma. You probably feel like you've let a level of karma go, and it's time for the next part of your story. That's Neptune. In the same time with the Sun in Taurus, you're building self-esteem and building soul capital. And as you build this, you're going to literally redefine what fair is to you, and you're going to redefine what your mirage should be to yourself. So Aries always represents what the whole Zodiac's going through, and that's literally what you're going through. So Aries will end up with a new mirage as part of their final sweet spot. New agreements, new vows to themselves. Now Tauruses, happy birthday Tauruses, mine's coming up. Tauruses, Neptune is putting you on another social level now, so you now have graduated to a new karmic social level. The Sun is in Taurus, so this social level and this new character you're creating all come down to build a new balanced life for yourself, new balanced life. And once you realize what balance is in life, you're going to adopt a whole new lifestyle. So the sweet spot for Taurus is going to be a new lifestyle you adopt. Geminis, Neptune is helping you realize that you belong on a different career level. So Geminis are being brought up to a new career level. On the other side, the Sun in Taurus is helping you build day after day new faith in yourself. So you're going to have this new social level, new faith in yourself, and it all comes in to a new heartfelt desire. So I think Geminis are going to change their mind about what their heart wants, and I think the sweet spot is you'll be pursuing a new love. That could be a creative love or romantic love or both, just so you know. Cancers. Neptune is helping you believe on a new level. Cancers were full of doubt, mostly due to their emotions, but now they're going to believe on a new level. That's what Neptune is. The Sun is helping you have new social opportunities. So you're seeing new social opportunities building, and you're feeling that you're on a new belief level. And this all comes in to create a new balanced feeling with yourself. And as soon as you feel balanced, you're going to feel like you belong with a new foundation, a new home, a new setup. This could be a new career foundation, but something new emotionally that supports everything. Huge for Cancers. Leos. I smile because I have a Leo rising. Leos, Neptune is helping you with a new level of self-trust. Leos did not trust themselves on a certain level. Now they're trusting themselves on a higher level. You're going to take that higher level trust, and this month you are working on your career options and what could possibly happen with career. So it's career and trusting yourself on a higher level. This brings you to a sense of a balanced mind. You will finally feel sane and balanced. And once you feel sane and balanced, your mind's going to realize you have a new attitude about all of life. So your sweet spot is a new attitude. Virgos. Neptune is bringing you up to a new relationship level. So Virgos no longer feel like they're on the bottom of relationships or have to be at the bottom. So Neptune's brought you up to a new level of relationships. On the other side, you have your beliefs changing with the Sun in Taurus. So as your beliefs change, you're on your new relationship level, this brings a new sweet spot of self-confidence. And your sweet spot is self-confidence and abundance. So by feeling like you relate differently and you have more and more confidence and understanding and belief, you actually will feel like you're more valuable and be able to draw on money. Libras. Libras are heavily affected by this, Yad, because it's Jupiter in Libra. It all points to Libra. So in many ways, this could be like one of the big fixer-uppers for Libras this week. This is a huge adjustment the universe is doing for Libras. For Libras, Neptune is helping you on the type of life you should live day to day. So Libras thought they should live in hell. Neptune's like, nope, you should live here in harmony. So you're going to take your harmony, and then you're building trust with the Sun in your 8th house. So you're building trust, and you're feeling this new harmony, and this trust and harmony creates a new balanced ego. Finally, you understand the sweet spot between act and don't act. And once you do that, the sweet spot for you will be a new action plan. So Libras will know what to do. That's huge, right? All right, Scorpios. Scorpios, so happy for the Scorpios. Neptune is braising up what your karma feels that your heart deserves. Scorpios actually lived a lot of life feeling their heart deserved crap. Now they've moved it up with Neptune and they've healed that part. And you're also, with the Sun in Taurus, building every day a better relationship to yourself and others. So by taking your heart online and having good relationships working, this all comes into, for you, a release of your old fears. That's huge. So first you release your old fears, and this gives you a sweet spot of a new spiritual mission ahead. Super exciting stuff. Now the Sagittariuses, a little different. Sagittariuses have Neptune helping them build a new emotional foundation. So Sagittarius have been literally living in the emotional dumps, and the universe has brought them up to a new level on one hand with Neptune. And then on the other side, the Sun is helping Sagittarius build a new lifestyle with themselves, a new day-to-day regimen. So from the day-to-day regimen and the new emotional foundation, this actually brings a social harmony for them in themselves. Go on, it's okay. We have doggies here underneath me. But for Sagittarius, it's going to bring a social harmony. They're going to feel totally like they can belong in the world, no longer feel like a loser or a reject or something like that. And this brings status and opportunity. So the Yod is going to bring for your sweet spot a new social status or opportunity. Now Capricorns, Neptune is bringing them into a higher peaceful mind. They've been totally hard on themselves, self-critical. Neptune's like, you need to heal the self-criticism, Capricorn. And the Sun in Taurus is actually getting their heart more and more excited about things. So as you have a non-pessimistic mind and your heart is starting to get jazzed up for stuff, this all points to career focus. So you're going to be really happy with this. Your sweet spot will be a new career opportunity or new career or moving forward with your original plan. So Capricorn's going to love that. Aquariuses, Neptune's been helping you build your self-esteem and self-worth. So you used to be in the pits of what you thought you were worth. Neptune's like, nope, you're worth more. Step 13, let's take it higher. On the other side, you've been growing a better emotional foundation. You weren't so good at nurturing yourself before. Now you are nurturing yourself and you feel good about yourself. And what this does is actually create an isosceles that helps you believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, you can believe in what your purpose is. So your sweet spot will be a new purpose or a purpose that you feel solidified behind you. Then finally, the Pisces. Pisces, you're heavily affected by this yod. Neptune brings you up to a whole new character. So Pisces have recently dumped their old karmic life. They're moving on to a new karmic lifetime now. Pisces, it's all karma, all lifetimes. Okay, like all you do is do karma. But you cleared your lower stuff. Neptune at 13 says, okay, time to do the fun stories, the proficient stories. And the Sun in Taurus is you slowly making up your mind that you are done with those old stories. And we're going to take this. Hey, I feel this new strength, a new character. I feel this new attitude. And what this is going to do is allow you to trust yourself and trust your life. So the sweet spot will be a new trust. And from new trust, you can have inheritance. So that pretty much wraps up all 12 signs and the yod. I hope you're able to follow that. Again, listen to for your rising sign as well. In the end, I think we're going to have a great week. It might be a little icky, but the end of the week is really, really, I think, going to be beneficial. We're going to feel much better. In fact, to end this little segment, the moon moves into Libra this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And as it crosses Jupiter, the moon actually crosses the yod, okay? Crosses the tip of the yod, which means emotionally we realize it's true. And as soon as the moon crosses, the yod breaks the next day. Is that not crazy? God doesn't waste one little energetic moment when it comes to transformation. It's always as fast as the universe can deliver. All right, my friends, so grateful for you. If you enjoy this show, the greatest thing you can do for me is share with your friends and family. We want to get the word out there. We've got light work to do. And speaking of light workers and light walkers, we have a club on Facebook that you can come to and join if you like. Come on down to namastetoday.club. All right, friend, I hope you have a fabulous week. Thank you so much for letting me into your life. I will see you next week with more. Until then, remember I love you and live, love, be. What was that with the dog?